Hey guys, it's Kyle. Today I'm going to be making a video on Keanu Reeves and how his acting persona has changed throughout his career. To do this, I'm going to look at some films such as Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
No way! Yes way!
A Walk in the Clouds.
That you're a part of us, it is the root of your life.
The Matrix.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy.
And John Wick.
I lost everything. That dog was a final gift from my dying wife.
And we're going to see how he's been able to transform into all those roles today. Keanu Reeves is a unique figure in Hollywood.
Put them in the Iron Maiden. Excellent! Execute them. Lucas.
Time and time again, he's been able to reinvent himself.
It's none of my business, but
I'm pregnant.
In all these different roles he plays. Wow, he's able to stay true to himself. So let's take a closer look at how his roles have evolved and how he's shown us that heroes can be more than just tough guys with cool moves. Keanu has won over audiences, not just by the roles he plays, but by the truth and honesty he puts into each and every single one of them. Each role shows a new side of him and reflects how our ideas of a hero can change throughout the years. In Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Reeves introduced us to Ted Logan, a lovable, clueless teenager with big dreams and zero plans to make them happen. Ted is the definition of the late 80s optimism. He's goofy, full of life, and totally unbothered by the seriousness of the world.
Any other planet we communicate with. I'm telling you, this place is great. But it almost wasn't. You see, 700 years ago, the two great ones ran into a few problems. So now I have to travel back in time to help them out.
Ted isn't the typical hero. He's not smart, he's not strong, and he's not even particularly ambitious. But that's why we love him. Keanu gives Ted an infectious energy that's impossible to resist, and that's what makes it look effortless. Ted enters a version of masculinity that's softer and more fun, completely different from the muscle-bound action heroes of the 80s. And while the character is simple, Reeves brings an earnestness to him that feels totally genuine. That sincerity became one of Reeves' trademarks and set the foundation for his career, playing characters we root for not because they're perfect, but because they're real. A few years after Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Reeves explored yet another dimension of his talent, A Walk in the Clouds. He played Paul Sutton, a World War II veteran trying to rebuild his life. This time, Reeves isn't saving the world, he's falling in love. Paul is a gentle, empathetic character. He finds his strength in compassion and kindness, showing us a different kind of heroism of the stuff that we used to seeing. The role highlights Reeves' softer side, proving he's just as compelling in a romantic drama as he is in a sci-fi epic. Paul's vulnerability is refreshing. It's a reminder that heroes don't always have to be invincible. Reeves makes Paul relatable, not through grand gestures, but through his ability to connect emotionally. It's a performance that still holds up as one of his most heartfelt. A decade later, Reeves flips the script with Neo in The Matrix.
Have you ever had a dream?
It's 1999 and the world is grappling with the rise of the internet, Y2K fears, and the question about identity in an increasingly digital age. Neo fit right into those antics. An ordinary guy who discovers he's part of something extraordinary. Neo is almost the opposite of Ted Logan. While Ted Logan doesn't have a care in the world, Neo is burdened by all these questions of who am I and what's my purpose. Keanu's performance captures this perfectly with this inner struggle that he is having. He shows us that a hero can be unsure of himself, and just like we are. Neo's journey is one of transformation, from a disillusioned programmer to the One, a savior for humanity. Reeves' quiet intensity makes this transformation feel believable, even when the stakes are literally life and death. At the time when action movies were all about spectacle,
and then I'm going to
Reeves
show
gave us
these people
something
what you
deeper.
don't want them to see.
He turned a sci-fi
going to
savior
show them a
into
world
someone relatable,
without
someone who questioned everything
A
and
world
chose to
without
believe
rules
in
and
himself
controls,
anyway.
without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
Then, in 2014, Reeves reinvented himself once again as John Wick, a retired assassin pulled back into the underworld by a personal tragedy. This time, Reeves traded vulnerability for raw intensity. John Wick is unlike any character Reeves has played before. He's unstoppable and ruthless, but his motivation, grief, grounds him into something deeply human. Reeves pours that pain into every scene of the movie, making him feel so much more than just an action hero. Reeves balances physicality and emotion perfectly here. Wick isn't invisible, he's broken, but keeps moving forward. That's what makes him resonate with modern audiences. Over the years, Keanu Reeves has played every kind of hero, from carefree, philosophical, romantic, and vengeful. But what ties all his characters together is the humanity he brings to each one. Reeves shows us that heroes don't have to fit into one mold. They can be flawed, goofy, or even grieving. But above all, they have to feel real. And that's why Keanu Reeves remains one of the most beloved actors of all time.